Medal of Honor Part 2. Alright, before I start, I wanted to give a shout out to my subs. I think I have 3 of them right now. Do you guys make this exciting? I already enjoy doing these, but you make me want to keep doing it. Keep them coming. I mean, I'm not a bad guy. I think I know what I'm talking about at times. So, hang on a second. So, get me known out there. I'm trying my very best, but I'll deal with that some other time. Let's talk about Medal of Honor. So, I played this a week ago, but this is coming short because I was bombarded with games like Halo 4 and Call of Duty and all that stuff. So I decided to just, do this one and get it over with. I heard lots of people said that it was a crappy game, that it was just, it was repetitive, uninspired, and boring. The multiplayer was boring, and all this stuff. And I'm thinking, well, that kind of sucks, because I kind of liked the first game. I mean, it wasn't perfect, but I thought it was alright. It had a decent campaign, had decent multiplayer. I thought it was okay. This one is boring, but it's not as bad as people are making it sound like it is. If you go on popular sites like IGN or XPlay or all those other guys, they said it was terrible. I don't really pay attention to those guys anymore. I did care about what they had to say, but when I was 13, now I just feel that they just give stuff negative reviews because at times they're bad at the game. Well, that's just my opinion, but in this case, they're right and they're wrong. Let me explain why. Some say the game is incredibly difficult. I didn't find it that difficult. They did say that it was repetitive. It is repetitive. Before I get into the gameplay, the story is generic. I don't even have to tell you about the story because it's the same old stuff over and over again. You just play soldiers, you do missions. There's this plot, like for nuclear war or something. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wasn't paying attention because I didn't care. If I don't care, then I'm not gonna pay attention. If you're not going to if you're not gonna do something new, then why should I give you the time and effort to even process this game in my mind? It looks great. The game looks absolutely gorgeous. But I said the same thing, and I know people are going to hate me for saying this. I'm sorry. This game kind of reminded me of Battlefield 3. I'm sorry. I just don't like the Battlefield games that much. Well, you know what? I take that back. I like Battlefield 1942. That was a great game. But as for the other games, I'm just not a fan. I think they're slow. I think they're boring. This is the same thing. It's slow and boring. And it's almost the same story as Battlefield 3's is, kinda. You get to drive. I think you get to drive in like a speedboat in one mission. That was kind of cool. Probably the best parts in this game are when you drive a car. Awesome. It's easily the best part of the game. And there's only 2 missions. There's one in the middle and there's one at the end. The one at the end is fantastic. Outside of that, though, I really don't really don't see anything that's exciting about the game. I mean, I died a lot, which it'll happen. Um, Probably because of laggy bugs and stuff. I thought that the sound design was a bit off. Like there are times when you're shooting your gun, and there are times where you don't hear every shot. You go, boop, boop, boop. You know what I mean? Like you don't hear all the shots, and you're like, well, that kind of sucks. I mean, Battlefield even does that at times, but this is all over the place. um, what they do for CGI characters is great. Um, it it sucks that it's in a subpar game. Um, I did appreciate that they put a Castle of Glass at the end because I'm a huge Linkin Park fan. um, I played a little bit of the multiplayer. It's okay, I guess. Um, it's not as enjoyable as the last Medal of Honor, which I thought was a lot of fun. Um, that's really it for me. I thought out of the Halos and the Call of Duties, I would give you a game that nobody cares about, and this isn't one of those. Um, I was going to give this a thumbs down, but the more I think about it, it's not as it's not as terrible as make it sound. Um, I don't I don't hate this game. I don't love this game. It's just there. So for that, I'm gonna give it a rental. Um, I'm sure some people will check it out. I'm sure some people will enjoy it. They'll say I'm wrong. It's fine. Some people may agree. That's great. But Medal of Honor Part 2 is just not for me. I think EA needs to get back to their roots and make another Battlefield game or make another Mass Effect game because everything else you put out is just crap. So that's it for me. Thank you for watching. I'm still trying to work on my outro. If you have any ideas, please let me know. Thank you.